Monty was a small boy who moved through life at his own leisurely pace, a habit that frequently earned him sharp scoldings from his tired parents. One afternoon, after a particularly heated lecture about his laziness, Monty decided he had finally had enough. He stomped away from home, his small legs carrying him deep into the heart of a nearby jungle, where the shadows were long and the air was cool. Finding a massive, ancient banyan tree with roots like tangled limbs, he curled up in its shade and let his frustrations drift away into a deep, heavy sleep. He awoke not to the sound of birds, but to a gentle, rhythmic splashing. To his utter amazement, Monty found himself sitting atop a giant toasted waffle that was bobbing gently in a wide, swirling river of warm milk chocolate. The air smelled of vanilla and cocoa. Looking toward the horizon, he saw majestic mountains made of scoops of mint and strawberry ice cream, their peaks dusted with powdered sugar snow. He grabbed a nearby candy cane oar and steered his waffle boat toward the shore, where the landscape was even more surreal. The jungle had been replaced by a feast. Tall, leafy plants bloomed with juicy cheeseburgers, and thickets of golden brown French fries grew straight out of the ground like blades of grass. Piles of fluffy momos sat like soft boulders along the banks, and the ground was pebbled with bright, colorful poppins and crunchy biscuits. Monty ran from one tree to the next, his eyes wide with excitement as he tasted everything in the sugary paradise. There were no chores here, and no one to tell him to hurry up. It was a world designed entirely for a boy who just wanted to enjoy the sweet side of life. However, just as he was about to take a bite of a particularly large chocolate-covered biscuit, the ground began to tremble and the chocolate river started to fade. The vivid colors of the ice cream mountains blurred into a soft, hazy gray. Suddenly, the sweet aroma of the dream was replaced by the earthy scent of damp moss and wood. Monty blinked his eyes open to find the familiar gnarled roots of the banyan tree beneath him. The sun was setting, casting long golden streaks through the trees, and the silence of the jungle was broken by a frantic voice calling his name. Out of the shadows emerged his father, his face pale with worry and his clothes disheveled from searching. When their eyes met, his father let out a sob of relief and rushed forward, scooping Monty into a hug so tight it felt better than any waffle boat. Monty realized then that while the chocolate world was wonderful, it was also very lonely. As they walked home together hand in hand, Monty felt a new kind of warmth. The kind that didn't come from sugar, but from knowing he was loved and finally safe. Monty was a small